In this video, we will learn about angles. Specifically, we will learn about how to measure angles in degrees. In the next video, we will learn about radians, which is another way to measure angles. So let's start. We start with the definition of a ray. So ray has a fixed start point. This is the origin of the ray or start point of the ray, and then it will go towards some specific direction infinitely. That means it will continue to go to this direction forever. To measure angles, we need two rays with the same start point, the same origin. So I have one ray this, and I need to have another ray which has the same start point. That means the same start point here, and it might go to some other direction infinitely. So angle is something which is between these two rays, and if we measure angle in anti-clockwise direction, that means counterclockwise direction, then angle is positive. That means we can say, let's say angle is theta. Theta is a Greek alphabet, so don't worry about it. Then we can say theta is positive because we are going towards anti-clockwise direction. And when we measure our angle in clockwise direction, then theta is negative. Then we say our angle is negative. So now angle can be measured in two different units. We can measure angle in degrees, which we will learn in this lesson, and we can also measure angles in radians. That we will learn in the next lesson. But degree is more easy to understand. However, it is kind of arbitrary unit. We will see that it has a less mathematical footing to it. In contrast to that, radian is a bit more difficult to understand, but it is more mathematically founded. So before we continue, let's draw some more examples of rays and make some angles between them. So I have one ray here, and I have one ray here, and I have to measure angle between them. Now the question is that if I have to measure angle from here to here or from here to here, because in both cases I want to go to the anti-clockwise direction, and if I have to measure from here to here, then that means I have to go this direction, because this is anti-clockwise direction. But in case I have to measure angle from between this and this, because this will be the angle. So you can say if this is A and this is B, then angle, usually we denote angle like this. Then angle between A and B is theta, whereas angle between B and A, angle between, it's not L, but it's like a tilted L, angle between B and A is let's say we can represent with some other Greek symbol, let's say alpha. So this one is the angle between B and A, it's like alpha. This one is theta and this one is alpha. Obviously alpha and theta are different. Make sense?
Yes.
Similarly, I can make maybe two, another example, I can make two rays and one ray.
You're giving the names, so they're like alpha and theta like a name?
Alpha and theta are just like name. When we assign when we measure degrees, then we can say alpha is maybe 70 degree and beta is maybe 30 degree or something. So this is my one ray, and this could be my another ray. And now if I have measured angle between this ray and this ray, then I will go once again to counterclockwise direction, and this is going to be my angle, right? So I hope that you will grasp the basic concepts of rays and angles. And now I will clear the board, and then I will explain that what is degree and how we can measure degrees. In order to explain degrees, I will start with the circle. So let's say this is the center point of the circle, and this is my circle. I can divide this circle into many equal parts, but for this video I'm going to divide it only in 8 equal parts to explain how the degrees work. So here I have divided this circle into 2 equal parts, right? Hopefully they are, if it's not a really circle, but if it's a circle, there will be 2 equal parts. And then now I have divided this circle into 4 equal parts, right? Now I've divided this circle into how many equal parts?
Not equal.
Nearly equal, so they are like 6. And now I have divided this, no, not equal, yeah, not equal, but now I divided the circle into 8 equal parts. Previously 6 was not equal because some was big and some was small. Now I divided the circle into 8 equal parts, so there are 8 parts. So I can measure fraction of this circle. I can say this is from here to here is like 1 over 8. Can I say that? This is like
Yes.
1 over 8. So now from here, because then let's say this is my start, right? So this is my start. Like from here to here is 1 over 8. From the start to here is how much? 2 over 8. That means 2 equal parts out of 8 parts, right?
Yes.
And then from here to here is 3 over 8. This is 4 over 8. This is 5 over 8, 6 over 8, 7 over 8, and then we are done. So it's 8 over 8, right? So basically from this means that from here all the way back to here is 8 over 8. We have done the whole circle, right? Now degree is based upon this circle. Degree tells us that this whole circle from here back to here is 360. That means angle, that means from here to here is 360. Now I will explain what that means, but first we have that total degrees of a circle is 360. And this 360 is arbitrary. We could also say that overall degree of the circle is 400 and the system will work equally good, right? So that's why we say the degree is not mathematically founded, because this 360 number is arbitrarily chosen, right? So let's fix this number to 360. Then if my first ray is this one, let's say my first ray will always be this one, assume for the sake of simplicity. My first ray is this one, the starting point. And if my second ray is this one, right? And this overall from here to here is 360 degree. Then this portion is what? This portion is 1 over 8 times 360. That means this angle is this much, which is equals to 45. That means this angle is 45 degrees. Because overall is 8 chunks and I'm just covered one chunk, so it is 45 degrees. Similarly, if my start point is not this, but if my start point is this, and then I say, what's the angle between these two lines? It once again will be 45 degrees. But for the sake of simplicity, let's fix our start point and then move the other ray. So this is my starting ray, and the other ray, the second ray that I want to measure angle is this one. Then angle from my starting ray to this ray is this one in anti-clockwise direction, and this is how much? This is 2 over 8, total is 360 times 360 and is equals to 90 degrees. Make sense?
Yes.
So similarly we can measure any angle. So some angles are special. We will try to remember those angles. One angle which is special is 90 degree angle, right? And degree usually represent with the small o on the top of the number, that means degrees. So 90 degree angle is important because if two rays are 90 degree apart, or the angle between them is 90 degree, then we call these rays perpendicular to each other. So they are perpendicular to each other. Second important angle, obviously I have made this diagram, but you can make any other diagram similar to this. You can make like one ray is this and second ray is 90 degree? Yeah, still 90 degree. Yeah, so the angle between them is still 90 degree. From here to here is 90 degree, right? So usually you represent 90 degree angle not with this curved line, but with a small box, you can do the curved line also is fine. So 90 degree here and 90 degree here, right? Similarly, I can make some other pictures of 90 degree angles. Can you make some? If I have, assume I have, this is my one ray. I have to make another ray to make it 90 degree angle. Can you see? So my other ray will be this one, right? An angle between them will be 90 degree. Another angle that you should always remember is 180 degree, because 180 degree is like half of the circle from here to here. So if the two rays are on the same line, they are basically, they are like this. So one ray is this and one ray is this. Then we can say that this whole thing is 180 degree. And can we measure this using our circle? So basically this from here to here is 4/8. So we can say angle from here to here is 4/8 times 360.
Yes.
And 360, and that will be equals to 360/2, and that will be equals to 180. So that means if my first ray is this one, and if my second ray is not this one but this one, then angle between them is going to be 180, right? So you don't have to make the same example that will look exactly the same. You can also make two rays, that one ray is this one and second ray is this one, and angle between them will once again will be 180, because, make sense?
Yes.
Similarly, you can have two rays and angle between them could be 0. Can you make 0 angle rays? If they have, you have a, but that will be the same ray, right? That will be the same ray on top of, basically you have one ray is this one and maybe a second ray is also this one, right? So you can say they are, maybe they, you can call them same rays, but if you consider them two different rays, then the angle between them is going to be 0, right? So before we move on to radians, let's do some more practice for the degrees, and let's see if you guys have understood degrees or not. So I will ask some questions and you have to answer those questions. So are you guys ready? Oh, thank you very much. So I can see smile on the faces, so very good. So let's start with the simple questions. In these questions, I have divided the circle into 8 equal parts, and I will constrain myself to these 8 different parts. Then we will do something different, but first just 8 parts, right? So let's say this is my angle, this is my first ray, and this is my second ray. Then what's the angle between the first ray to the second ray?
90 degrees.
And how you have measured that angle? Because it is
1/4 of the entire circle.
1/4 of
No,
the,
it's straight.
so 1/4 over 360 is like 1/4 times 360 is 90. So you are exactly right. Very good. So you have a very good start. Now instead of here, we have this our starting point, right? This is our starting point and this is our ending point. Now what's the angle now? Once again we want to measure angle from here to here. So from here to
45, 19.
So once again the angle is 90, because once again we are taking two parts, so it's like once again it's a quarter of the circle, once again it's 90. Very good. So far you have understood it properly. But so I have said that angle from here to here is 90. But what about angle from here to here? Please speak up.
Minus 90.
So angle from here to here 90, but angle from here to here is minus 90. So like if I have to measure angle from this point to this point, it's minus 90 because I am going towards clockwise direction. So it is minus 90. But there is an important thing that you can write minus 90 in positive number also. You can subtract 360 from minus 90 and the answer will be a positive number, which is equals to minus 90. So angle from, because we have to measure from here to here, right? It was minus 90. But if I go from this direction, then how much it is? It is basically 360 minus 90, right? So minus 90 is equals to what? Is equals to 360 minus 90, which is equals to what? Whatever, 270 I think?
Yes,
So it's 270. So you can say that this angle is, if you want to write it Either you can write it at minus 90 or you can also write it what? 270. Both are equivalent. You got it?
Yes.
So now let's continue. We'll do some more examples to make our concepts crystal clear before we move to radians. So now my starting point is this one. This is my ray A, and my ending point in this one. This is my ray B. What's the angle from here to here? What's the angle? What is this angle? Quick, quick, quick.
135.
So it is how 135?
90 plus 45.
So you can say it's, so this is a one.
Also it's
This is also a trick. You can say this much 2 was 90. So what's it? 1 was 45. So 90 plus 45 is whatever, right? This is one trick. So because we have made 8 different parts. So every part is 45. So you have 45, 45, 45. Which is angle is like 3 times 45. This is a one way to measure it. Another way to measure it is what? That we say these are 3 parts. So total we have 8 parts. So we have like 3 over 8 times what? 360. And these both should have same answer. Right? Otherwise we have done something wrong. So once again, I ask the question that what's the angle from ray B to ray A? What's the angle from ray B to ray A? It was, how much was this? 135? 135.
Minus 135.
So what's the angle? Are you sure it's 135? Yeah, it's 135. So what's the angle from here to here? So here to here, it's minus 135. But I also want to write it in positive. So I say the angle from here to here is minus 135. But I want to write this angle in positive terms. How can I write it in positive terms? So minus 135 is equals to what? Because I can also measure the angle from here to here. This is positive, right? And this is what? It is equals to what?
Minus 135 plus
360. So I can say is equal to 360 plus 135, minus 135.
minus.
Which is what? Which is 80 plus 45, which is 180 plus 45. 180 plus 45 is what? 225. 225 is our answer. Very good. So why the protector is half? Why don't have a full circle in the protector? We can measure all the angle with the half protector. And why we can measure all the angle with the half protector? What do you think about it? Please post your answer in the comments. And now let's do a next video about radians.